In the previous video, we saw how we could use vLookup to return matching information from a lookup table. In that video, we used exact matches to get a one-to-one output. In this video, we're going to go a little bit more advanced and use numerical values with approximate matches, so let's get straight into it. In the previous video, we saw that we had one-to-one matches and gave the example of a colored bowl with fruits and vegetables in it. This is also really helpful. For example, if we have a product list and we want to work out the cost or price of a certain product. In this video, we'll take a look at the example I gave at the beginning of that video, where we had a list of grades. So we're going to assign a grade based on a student's performance in the test. Now, this is really great for teachers, but it's also helpful in other areas. For example, if you want to work out a tax rate for different tax brackets, or perhaps determining a person's commission. So let's see how we can do these things. So we have here our list of grades. I've already set this up with the students and their raw score that they got from a previous test. Now on the right hand side, we can see the scores. The scores start at 0 and move upwards. Now that's super important that you do have this in order. If it's not in the correct order, or if it's all jumbled around, then it's not going to work as expected. You may see some unexpected results. And we can see that 0 is an F, 49 is a D-, and so on, and you can change these however you want. So if your system changes this to, like, instead of a 73 being a C, change it to a 74, you can do that. It doesn't matter, and it's really simple to change. The vLookup, we're going to start in cell D2. We're going to look up this number in this list, and then it's going to return one of these values. So let's get started. Start with an equal symbol, and then the word vLookup stands for vertical lookup. Open up a bracket. Now we're going to select what we want to look up. We want to look up this number here, the number 74, and we want to look it up in this table. Now you'll see that there is no 74 in here, and that's what's different about the previous video to this video. In the previous video, we would have had to have an exact match. So if I just chuck in the exact match, you'll see that we get an error because there is no 74 in here. So all we need to do is, well, let's just start over, equals vLookup. What are we looking up? This grade here. Where are we looking for it? In this table. Now I don't want this table to move, or this reference for the table to move, so I'm going to click F4, and that's going to lock this table. That means when we copy this cell downwards, this table will not be affected, or not be moved. We want to look into the second column, so we put a 2, and then we want an approximate match. So comma and then 1, and that's what's different from last time. Let's close off with a bracket, and we can see that we end up with the grade C. So if we look in here, 73 to 77 is a grade C, exactly as expected. To make this go a little bit more faster and less work for you in the future, let's wrap this with an array formula. And let's say if C2 to C is blank, then return nothing. Otherwise, we'll do this vLookup thing, and instead of saying C2 here, we want C2 to C. Press enter on this, and now it automatically gives us all of the grades for each student. And we're done. As usual, if you have any questions, just let me know down in the comments. See you next time.